Peace, blessings, enough, holy, plenty, a lot of love to all our queens and all our kings, and of course to our lovely, wonderful host, Queen Miriam. No sound. Or is it my end? Hello. All right. Little technical difficulty there. um, with respective to where the flow of things are concerned. I do hope that it will be sorted out very soon. And so, as we continue, peace, blessings, and enough love, and welcome to Mindset Monday. That we just want to thank each and every one for joining us today. Wonderful Monday after the weekend. And I do hope and trust that everyone is happy and just enjoying this brand spanking new week. And so we just want to thank each and everyone for joining us. My lovely wife, Queen Miriam, is having a few technical difficulties. So I guess she will join us soon. But moving right along, as you know, we have embarked this year on money exercise. Money exercise. And with the money exercise, all we are doing is that there are 52 weeks in the year. Yes, 52 weeks in the year. And so we putting in that $1 for the first week, $2 for the second week, etc., etc. Right? So that is what we are doing with respective to where the money exercise is concerned. And so we hope and trust that each and every one is doing it, because what it is actually teaching is due diligence, one, and two, consistency. Consistency. And so, therefore, today we are looking at this week, which if you are going from 1 to 52, $1 to $52, then this weekend, which will be the 22nd, Friday, Saturday the 22nd, right? 17, and right, Saturday the 22nd, then you should be putting in this week $34, and that will bring you to a grand total of $595. So we hope and trust that you are actually doing that wonderful consistent saving, call it money exercise. And if you are going from 52 down, so your first week was 52, your second week was 51, etc., etc., which is $51, and week three, $53, then this weekend, by this weekend, the 22nd, which is Saturday the 22nd, you should be putting in $19. Yes, just $19. And it will bring you to a grand total of $1,207. $1,207. And that most definitely is not a small amount, right, Queen Miriam?
Amen.
Right, I'm hearing you now. Wonderful. Right. So over to you.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Mindset Monday. I hope that you all had a wonderful weekend.
All right, we're not hearing you again. You're out of commission again. Sorry. Don't know what is happening your side there. But anyway, all right, wonderful. So we do apologize again for that unfortunate issues that is happening. where Queen Miriam is. Unfortunately, today she's not beside me. She's actually in a different location, and so we are trying to pair the two. All right, so we will be moving along, and as you know, with Queen Miriam, the the all right, with Queen Miriam, the fortunate, wonderful blessings that has befallen her. She has produced the first book, and we are so very proud of Queen Miriam' wonderful accomplishment, right? The heart of a servant. And we just want to thank Queen Miriam for blessing us with this wonderful book. And we just want to physically congratulate her for this wonderful book that she has come out with after 6 years plus of hard work. The book is now available, and so we just want to congratulate and celebrate with Queen Miriam.
I am so grateful to God and all present here and on the varied social media platforms celebrating with me my book, The Heart of a Servant.
All right, wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Miriam. Really appreciate you. And I see her back again. Over to you. Over to you, Queen Miriam. All right, maybe you need to use the other phone because that phone not doing you justice at all. That device not doing you justice at
Hi,
all.
everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. Can you
Yes, we
hear
are
me?
hearing you now. Oh mercy. Well, it's very choppy. You're in and out. Mm.
Let me try. Let me see if I can go without the video. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry you won't be able to see my lovely face while I talk, but this
Mm.
evening we are looking at cultivating a creative mindset. I hope you all had a spectacular weekend, and on this side, we're having a wonderful time, although the reception is not that good. So, we're looking at cultivating a creative mindset, unlocking imagination, innovation, and purpose. Albert Einstein reminds us that creativity is intelligence having fun. creativity is intelligence having fun. So, what is a creative mindset? A creative mindset is the ability to look at situations from different perspectives, ask questions, and explore possibilities, generate new ideas, see opportunities where see obstacles. And might I say, this is an obstacle, but we are working around that obstacle today. Closing off the video so you can actually hear the audio. Creative mindset is the ability to experiment, learn, and adapt. Turn imagination into meaningful action. Creativity is not limited to artists. All of us, once you're born, once you're listening to me, you're alive. You are a creative being. Creativity is a way of thinking that everyone can develop. Creativity is for everyone. Many people believe that, hmm, I'm not creative. I don't have good ideas. They sometimes say creativity is something you're born with, but it is. We are born with all of those capabilities to produce, to create. Creativity is not, you're not too old to experience that. Creativity is a skill that also can be strengthened, creating that atmosphere, that learning atmosphere that everyone can create something. Every person has the capacity to ideas and create. A creative mindset helps us to solve, discover new opportunities, improve relationships, and strengthen leadership. It helps us to overcome challenges and express our unique gifts and problems into possibilities. Let's look at the creative fixed mindset. Most times say that's impossible because they can't make the shift. They sometimes say, we've always done it this way, or I can't, or what if I fail? They say someone else can do it better. But let's look at the creative mindset. What if we tried another way? Or what can I learn from this? How could this be improved? And what possibilities haven't we considered? Failure can teach me something. That's the thought, and that's the creative mindset thinking. Creativity begins when we become willing to think differently. Remember, we're not talking about perfection. If you wait until you're perfect, you'll never do anything. So, as creative beings, we want to try something new. So, let's cultivate curiosity. Why? Curiosity fuels creativity. He asks why. Why not? What if? How could this be different? What haven't I considered? Or what can I learn from this? Instead of immediately accepting the way things are, develop the habit of exploring possibilities. Challenge assumptions. Ask yourself, is this really the only way? Challenge statements such as, we've never done this before. It won't work. A creative mindset challenge these statements. That's just how things are. Nobody would be interested. So a creative mindset replaces these statements with, what would happen if we look at this differently? The possibilities are endless once we switch that mindset to creative mindset. Learn to see problems differently. A problem can be viewed as a roadblock or an invitation to create a solution. Instead of asking, why is this happening? Try asking, what can we create or change that could make this better? So, being creative, we make room for ideas. Creativity needs space, creating time to think, to reflect, to read, to write, to explore, to brainstorm, to ask questions, to talk with different people, and try something new. Constant activity does not always produce creative thinking. Sometimes the best ideas come from when we slow down. So, as creative thinkers, let's embrace failure. Failure is not always the opposite of success. Sometimes failure is part of the creative process. Remember, try, learn, adjust, and try again. Don't ask, did I fail? Ask, what did this experience taught me? So let's connect the unconnected. Creativity happens when we connect two ideas that previously seemed unrelated. For example, problem plus new perspective equals possibility. And this is worth repeating. Problem plus new perspective equals new possibility. So expose yourself to different cultures, different disciplines, different generations, new experiences, new books, new conversations, because new inputs can produce new ideas. Surround yourself with creative people. Creativity grows in an encouraging environment. Share time with people who ask questions, think positively, challenge you respectfully, and share ideas. Surround yourself with encouraging experimentation. Celebrate growth. People that are willing to think differently. Remember, your environment, your imagination. Try these exercises. 10 ideas. Choose a problem and write 10 possible solutions. Reverse the question. Instead of asking, how can we improve this? Ask, how could we make this worse? Then reverse these answers. What if? What if there were no limitations? So creativity requires action. There's definitely something you need to do, we need to do. An idea becomes valuable when we do something with it. So let's look at the creative process. Imagine, explore, experiment, learn, improve, and then create. Don't wait for the perfect idea. Don't wait for the perfect time. Start with the idea you have and develop it. Developing a daily creative habit. Set aside 10 to 15 minutes each day to journal, to sketch, to brainstorm, to read something new, or even learn one new word, a new word, or one new word from a different language. That's interesting. It will expand your mind. Solve a problem differently. Write down new ideas and reflect on your experiences. Remember, small creative practices can produce significant growth over time. Creativity and faith. As a Christian, creativity can also be understood as an experience or expression of the gift of God that is given to us. And as a Christian, my faith, in Genesis 1, verse 1, it teaches, in the beginning, God created. We are created by a creator and given the ability to imagine, to build, to organize, to design, to communicate, to solve, to lead, and to serve. Creativity can become a way of using our God-given gifts to bless others. So let's create, let's use our creative skills to become the better, best version of ourselves. As creative leaders, we welcome new ideas. We listen to different perspectives. We encourage questions. We don't punish honest mistakes. We look for opportunities. We adapt to changing circumstances, and we help others discover their gifts. Great leaders doesn't simply produce followers, it develops people who can also think and create. So let's remove the creativity killers. Watch out for fear of failure. Watch out for negative self-talk, perfectionism, fear of criticism, routine without reflection. We've always done it this way. Comparing yourself with others and refusing to experiment. Replace I can't with I can learn. Let's look at this interactive activity. The New Possibilities Challenge. Think of one challenge you you currently face. Write down, what is the problem? What assumptions am I making? What are three possible solutions? And what is one solution I have never considered? For this week, what small step can you take? And share one idea with someone. And you can come on and share with us, or during the course of the week, you can share that idea with someone, whether at work or one of your camaraderie. This is what I would love for you to do, your creative commitment. Complete the statement. I will cultivate my creative mindset by, and you are going to put what you need to do, because this one is personal. So choose one action. I will ask more questions. I will try something new. I will stop being afraid of failure. I will make time to think. I will develop one of my gifts. I will look for solutions instead of focusing on only problems. So let's look at the key takeaways. Remember, be curious, ask questions, be courageous. Don't be afraid to experiment. Be flexible. Be willing to think and see things differently. Be persistent. Learn from your setbacks. Be intentional. Practice creativity regularly. And in closing, creativity begins with a willingness to imagine that something can be different. You don't have to have all the answers. You simply need the courage to ask, what towards creating it? So think differently, dream boldly, create purposefully, and serve meaningfully. Your next great idea may be waiting for you to look at an ordinary situation with extraordinary imagination. You are all creative. You were all created with that creative mindset. Thank you.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Thank you very much, Queen Miriam. Oh my goodness. That was dynamite. All right. Out of sight. Dynamite. Okay. All right. Any person want to maybe elaborate or say a few words or um you know whatever it is you
So
can.
I have Dr. Karen Lally. She's in the studio with me.
Oh
And so
wow.
she wants to chime in. She wants to share.
Hi there, everybody. Creativity, I mean, that's our God-given gift to be creative. You can't see us. And when you have a gift from God, He loves it if you use it. The more you use your gifts, the more you get bestowed with greater gifts. If you look at young children and the way they play without a screen, not with a screen in front of them, but if you just look at little children with very small things, a spoon, a cup, playing in the sand, they can come up with so many different ideas of how to create things, how to do things in different ways, and they're joyful in very simple things. We lose that. We get distracted, or we have our minds get pruned when we don't use our creativity. Our brain only thinks in certain pathways. And by pruning, we mean that other ways of looking at things does not become apparent anymore. And we stifle ourselves just by not using our creative process and using our creative gifts. So I love the fact that when you, i.e., when you meet someone new that has experiences that are different than you, and you listen to them and you get an idea, you get insight or perspective change, as Miriam was speaking about, you can gain a different way of looking at it, and you may get a different solution. So I had a very famous and good professor that taught me a lot. He was super smart, but he would listen to everybody's question, even if they were just a first year student, because he knew that everybody had something to contribute, even if it was someone that didn't have the education or didn't have the background. He still always listened because he wanted to see what other way can I see this, what other way can I
Not hearing you now. Still not hearing you.
Is the internet? Yeah.
All right, I'm hearing some
Can you hear
rumbling
it?
now. Yes, yes.
Okay.
We have bad internet. We're not in the United States, and so the Wi-Fi goes in and out. Also, it's a little bit stormy outside, so it may be affecting the signal. So we're trying to be creative
Yes.
and get it in different ways.
Okay.
Okay, over to you, Dr. Derek. Our creativity is expanding in different ways on this side.
All right. All right. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Queen Dr. Karen. Really appreciate that comment. Wonderful creativeness that comes from God. All right. And thank you very much, Queen Miriam. Really appreciate, really appreciate. And that was just an awesome, awesome presentation that you gave us. And so at this time, we are definitely will be giving you the quote, right? The quote for today. And the quote for today is flow with enthusiasm and inspire those who follow. Flow with enthusiasm and inspire those who follow. I thank you all very much. And I thank you, Queen Miriam. Thank you, Queen Dr. Karen. Really appreciate you both. And at this time, it is over to you, Queen Miriam.
Platform and the varied YouTube channels. Although the we were flowing and connecting and reconnecting, we were creative in what we do. So until next week, see you for another episode of Mindset Monday.